Stop screwing around, prisoner. Get moving.
I am moving. Ugh. I've been complying the whole way.
Quiet!
Look, there they are.
All right, Douglas. We're here. What do you want?
Well, we were going to offer a trade. You release Ridley, and we offer you one of our own members as a replacement. Ganondorf, you finish. It sounds more menacing when you say it.
With pleasure, my lord. We've changed our minds. Instead of offering up one of our members, we will offer up one of yours.
Oh no.
You two got onto my act, and you don't need to guess how.
Damn it. What do we do now?
Isn't it obvious? If you want your mole back in one piece, you'll hand over Ridley this instant.
I still don't understand how being undercover makes him a mole.
K-Rool, do us all a favor and don't speak again until we return to base.
What? I'm asking a legitimate question.
Thank you.
So, have we made ourselves clear? Return Ridley to us, or we will execute Bowser right here and now. Ugh.
Okay, for the record, it does not sound intimidating when you say it, Douglas.
Silence, you fool.
See, now that sounded intimidating.
I said silence.
Crap. This is bad.
It's not worth it, Samus.
Huh?
Bowser's my friend. And he has kids to think about. Enough people have suffered because of me.
As much as I'd hate to say it, he's right.
Okay. Okay. Ridley's all yours.
A wise decision. Now, Ridley, kill the traitor.
Technically he's not a traitor if he wasn't on our side to begin with.
Just kill him already.
No!
Hey, Rid.
Yeah, man?
Remember how you say you feel like you don't belong on the board of evil?
Ridley, are you blind? The enemy is behind you. Oh!
Your enemy, maybe, but my friend!
You backstabbing space lizard.
I knew it! I knew Ridley was going to betray us! That was foreshadowing way back in episode 2. I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
Well, it was a pleasure doing negotiations with you guys. But I think it's time for us to split.
Roll boards! Get them!
Vanessa, I'm calling in an airstrike.
Roger, Snake. 1 airstrike coming up.
Now beam us up!
Are you guys alright?
Phew. That was a close one.
Ah, come on, guys. You started a party without us? Party? What party? Whose birthday is it? No, I was speaking metaphorically, Pickle. Ah, metamorphosis. My favorite word that I don't know what it means.
Alright, Ridley. You've made a compelling case to convince me that you've changed. But you still have a ways to go if you want to earn my full trust.
That's all I'm asking for, is a chance.
Hey, you made it!
Welcome, Ultimate Heroes for Hire.
Hold it! What is he doing here?
Oh, nothing. He's just on our side now. Wait, really?
I find that hard to believe. Ridley has always been known to be a liar, a murderer, and the epitome of evil.
I own my life, though, and I'm proud to call him my friend.
Perhaps, but I cannot take the risk that this is some sort of ruse. Ridley will not be allowed inside the Hall of the Council.
As you wish, Zelda. In that case, I'll keep an eye on him.
So will I.
As for the rest of you, follow me, please.
Greetings, Pichu.
Welcome back, champion. I assume you have taken the time to recuperate?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Now, I believe you are overdue for an explanation as to the source of your power. Tell me, are you familiar with the events of the Brawl Initiative?
My friends have told me stories, but I don't know all the details.
Zelda, you experienced the events firsthand. Would you care to enlighten our guest?
Yes, milady. As you may know, the world of Smash has gone through 5 eras, all formed by the Master Hand. During the last days of Melee, the Master Hand sensed a grave threat looming over our world. So to prepare, he began the 3rd era, or the Brawl Initiative as we call it. New fighters were summoned to aid us, and the Master Hand ventured off to find this new threat. In the meantime, the fighters took their positions around the world in case anything strange happened. But what came was nothing that we could have prepared for. Taboo in the Subspace Army. He was so powerful that he could control the Master Hand, and managed to corrupt many of the fighters. Eventually, the Master Hand was able to be freed from Taboo's control, and tried to fight him off, but he didn't stand a chance, and was killed almost immediately. All the fighters present were also close to death, but luckily we managed to succeed, and upon destroying Taboo, the power he stole from the Master Hand, FS Energy, was dispersed throughout the world. It was a close battle, but we pulled through in the end.
Not to brag or anything, but I had a big hand in clipping that fairy's wings.
Yeah, Sega saved Nintendo's ass. Whoop-de-doo. Man, the world was about to end and I never even knew about it. Kinda scary how it could have played out if you guys lost.
After the Master Hand's death, I was chosen as the guardian deity of the world of Smash. Without a divine spirit keeping everything in check, the world would fall into chaos.
Seems like the world's always one flick away from going to hell.
Ugh! I'm sick and tired of being humiliated by those wretches.
I tried to warn you guys, but you never listen.
For the last time, K. Rool, you don't have to remind us every few seconds that you were right about Ridley.
Damn it! Bowser's a mole, Ridley's a traitor. Can things get any worse? Ugh.
Or maybe things will get better.
How did you find our headquarters?
You're not the only one with a psychic on your team. It seems Ness here isn't as useless as he looks.
I don't know whether to be flattered or offended by that, but I guess it doesn't matter.
What do you want, Miss? I want to defeat Pichu myself?
I've taken some time to think, and I realize that you fools could really use my help. After all, we have a common enemy, and I have some juicy information that I think you'll find rather useful.
Oh, juicy? Is it a recipe for the finest pork roast imaginable?
What is this information?
Not so fast. If you want this information and my alliance to the Board of Evil, we have to come to a deal. You may do as you wish with the other ultimate heroes, but leave Pichu to me. In addition, the next ultimate tournament is coming up, and you will ensure that I will make my way to the top without anybody interfering.
And what makes you think that you're in any position to make demands?
You're right. Oh, what was I thinking? It's not like the secret of defeating Pichu is important, is it? He's clearly the strongest of the ultimate heroes, but you can handle it.
Okay, you've made your point. You've got a deal.
Wait! Douglas, you can't just succumb to reverse psychology like
You
that.
have any bright ideas to defeat the ultimate heroes?
No? If you'd let me...
I didn't think so. Oh.
Fine. We'll join forces with you. But just know that you're under our command, not the other way around.
Of course, darling. I wouldn't want to hurt that inflated ego of yours.
Says the one who's throwing a tantrum just because her winning streak was broken.
I would have continued my winning streak if it weren't for this damn nerf! I was not at my full power when Pichu defeated me. I know it!
Whatever you say, crazy hair lady.
Hey! You will respect my girl, fatty!
You're still on about that, Ness?
Order, please. Do tell us about this weakness Pichu has, Miss Bayonetta. Oh.
Hey, you talk like me, only with less aggression. Oh.
As you all know, any Pichu takes damage when it uses electric attacks. I was watching a battle he was partaking in yesterday, and learned that the stronger his attacks, the more damage he takes. And this has given me a brilliant idea. We force Pichu to use his power to its maximum potential. His control over his power is rather flimsy, and that lack of control could cause him to destroy himself with his own power.
And to add on to that, if we can get the rest of the heroes all together in one place, Pichu could destroy them as well.
Exactly. Kill all the birds with their own stone.
Truly a magnificent plan. I absolutely love it. It is such a magnificent plan that I hereby place you as the new second in command of the Board of Evil.
What? What about me?
Don't worry, Ganondorf. I have not forgotten about you. When you come up with a magnificent plan to destroy the ultimate heroes, I'll re-promote you.
That's bullshit!
Oh, is someone throwing a tantrum over defeat? Poor thing.
Bitch.
Hey, Tinkerbell, you mind putting the bow away?
So you can catch me off guard? I don't think so.
No, it's just because that goddamn peeping is driving me crazy!
At ease, Pit. I'll keep him in check.
Hey, Samus, since we have a moment, do you think we could talk?
I guess I would like to know about your sudden change of heart.
It's not as sudden as you may think, but...
Hello?
Huh? Oh, no.
Hey, Ridley! I thought I recognized you.
Ma'am, stay back. This monster is armed and dangerous.
How dare you! This dragon just so happens to be one of the nicest guys I've ever met. How can you say such things when you probably don't even know him?
Believe me, I know him quite well. Ridley is the most infamous space pirate in the galaxy, and is nicknamed the Cunning God of Death for a very good reason. He's got the highest body count in the world of light.
Well, surely all those bodies are bad guys, right?
Clearly you don't know him at all. He is pure evil. Always has been, and always will be.
Stop saying that! Tell him, Ridley! You never hurt innocent people. You're not a bad guy! Go on. No need to be so humble.
It's all true.
What?
Everything he just said about me is true. I'm a space pirate, a criminal, a murderer.
Good one, Ridley. I love your sarcastic sense of humor.
I'm sorry, Blue, but it's no joke. I'm exactly the monster people say that I am.
I can't believe it.
But I'm not like that anymore. I want to change, I swear. Please, Blue, you have to believe me. Please.
Just a moment. Who are you exactly? And how do you know Ridley?
My name is Blue, and I met Ridley when I was being attacked by a serial killer.
That sounds like it was Ridley, all right.
Hush. Let her finish.
Just when I thought it was all over for me, Ridley came to my rescue. He seems like the kind of guy who was tough on bad guys, but sweet on innocent girls like me. He was even kind enough to walk me home. He never made me feel like I was in any kind of danger. In fact, I never felt safer around anyone before.
Is that so?
But it doesn't make sense. If you really were a bad guy, then why did you save me?
It felt almost instinctual. Like I didn't want any more people to suffer. Dear God in heaven, Pit, if I have to listen to one more minute of that beeping, I might just have one last murder on my conscience.
See? See? He admits it. He'd still go back to being evil under certain circumstances.
Pit, give it a rest. Let him make his case.
Thank you.
Why don't you start from the beginning, Ridley?
If I could pinpoint an exact moment that started it all, it was my initiation into the Super Smash Brothers. When I went up against Bayonetta and she almost killed me.
I think you're exaggerating.
I wish I was, but I can tell the difference between someone who's trying to beat me and someone who's trying to kill me. Bayonetta was definitely trying to kill me. And at that moment, my life flashed before my eyes. I saw all the people I've killed. All who have suffered because of me. And that's when I realized I was feeling the exact same pain and fear I caused for them. And it horrified me to the core. I never experienced such feelings. I was raised to kill, to destroy. The exhibition match was the first time I felt true fear. I was scared that Bayonetta was gonna finish me off. But after I realized what kind of suffering I had caused, I embraced death. I deserved it after all. I wanted to change. I wanted to see if there was a chance that I could make up for what I've done, but I started to feel like I was too far gone. No matter how good I do for the rest of my life, it would never be enough. I've ruined so many people's lives, and I enjoyed every second of it, because I never experienced such suffering myself. You of all people know what I'm talking about, Samus. I may have been young, not that much older than you were, but even then, as I killed your parents, I look back at you with a smile, knowing what I did was wrong. But now that I understand what it's like to be so scared, I've realized just how much I deserve to burn in the deepest pit of hell, and have no chance at salvation. For what it's worth, Samus, I'm sorry for everything.
Ridley.
Huh. Nobody could fake that.
After I saved you, Blue, it gave me a spark of hope. Hope that even someone as vile and despicable as me could change. And be forgiven by those I've wronged. The way you smiled at me. Nobody had ever looked at me like that before. It felt so good. So refreshing. I didn't tell you the truth about me because I didn't want that feeling to be lost.
Well, who cares?
What?
Who cares who you were back then? Obviously, it's not who you are anymore. What's done is done. All you can do is move on. And hopefully, the people you've hurt will be willing to move on too.
But really? Even after everything I just told you? You can still find it in your heart to trust me?
I trust you with my life, Ridley. And you never once did anything to betray that trust. That's good enough for me.
What about you, Samus? I feel like your opinion matters the most here since, well, we both know what I did to you.
There's really not much to say here. You helped us save Bowser. You saved Blue here on your own terms. And you spilled your guts like a seppuku.
What?
Don't worry about it.
It's clear to me that every word you've said to me today is true. That you really are willing to change. Even if nobody else is willing to give you a chance. But I am. I forgive you.
Thank you.
Interestingly enough, both the Master Hand and Taboo exhibited some form of FS energy. Taboo wanted the Master Hand's power, and he could only obtain it by killing him. Thankfully, the Master Hand had a full contingency plan in the event of his premature death. He had chosen a designated survivor that he would transfer his spirit to in the event that nobody else could defeat Taboo. 3 fighters were chosen to protect the designated survivor, and they were hidden away, guarded by a magical veil that prevented Taboo from finding them.
Several fighters were put out of commission from injuries and whatnot, so we sent them to recuperate and swapped some of them out.
Have you figured out where we're going with this?
3 fighters protected the designated survivor during the Brawl Initiative. Some of them were slapped out during Project 4. Does that mean I'm the designated survivor?
You're a clever little mouse.
That's right. The Master Hand's spirit. It lives in you now.
Sweet Arceus!
Wait, what did you just say?
You know, the god of Pokemon?
You mean Arceus?
No, it's Arceus.
Arceus.
Arceus! Both of you are wrong. It's RC car. Vroom vroom. So, why did the Master Hand choose me?
I wonder that myself.
The Master Hand said that he was going to give his spirit to the fighter who needed it the most. Your bloodline is actually quite special.
My bloodline?
Your father was extremely powerful. One of the most powerful fighters in the world of Smash. And he passed that on to you and your brother. But the problem is that you have so much power, but you've had so little control over it. The Master Hand will help you channel that power into a form you can control. And if you learn to control that power, you wouldn't even be S tier. You'd be on your own tier entirely. Like, God tier.
So, all that training we did back at the so-called House of Rejects, that was to prepare me, wasn't it?
We had to keep it under wraps so that nobody suspected that we were training, potentially, the most powerful fighter in Smash.
I don't even know what to say. Potentially the most powerful.
Most powerful doesn't mean the best, though.
And of course, there's the buzzkill.
The reason we're telling you all this is because there seems to be a dark presence looming around the world of light. The Master Hand isn't the only spirit roaming around. There are others that can take the form of any of the fighters, or they can even bond with the fighters already here. We've had reports of one in particular that seems to be skulking around. It hasn't done anything yet, but we feel like it will. What we've noticed is that this spirit is both a mutualistic one and a parasitic one at the same time. When it enters a host, it amplifies their power or buffs them. Then when it leaves the host, it drains their power or nerfs them.
Could it have been with Bayonetta at one point?
That would make sense with how crazy strong she was back in the 4th era. But if it was inside Bayonetta at one point, it's...
Bow wow.
The hell was that?
I didn't hear anything.
Way to go! You almost got us caught.
I couldn't help it!
Anyway, if the spirit really was inside Bayonetta, it's not there now, and we'd have no clue with who to start with.
So, what happens now?
Keep training, and keep passing your limits. Soon, you will get to the point where you won't need to hold back.
Thank you, milady. I'll do my best.
Pikachu, I know you're worried about losing your brother, but belittling him and putting him down in order to drive him away should not be the way to go about protecting him.
He's not ready. I know he isn't. And every time I try to help him use his head, he gets lost in his arrogance.
May I remind you that it was Pichu who defeated Giga Bowser back in Melee? Not only that, but it was him who convinced Bowser to turn light and become one of our greatest allies in the Subspace War.
And may I remind you that he almost died doing so? Don't get me wrong, I love him to death, and that's exactly why I need him to stay out of this. Our father left before Pichu was even born, and I don't remember anything about him. And after our mother died, my brother was all I had left. If he dies, what else will I have?
Trust in the Master Hand, Pikachu. He had to have chosen Pichu for a reason.
Well then, I suppose I know what I'm looking for. I just need to find out who has the spirit.
This may not be the best time to admit this, but I was one of the fighters that guarded Pichu during the Brawl Initiative.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You have been wise to give that to yourself, Link.
Bye, Link. It was nice knowing you.
Wait! But they never told me why I was guarding him! I was set up, I tell you!
Let's return to Lord Douglas. We'll tell him all about our plan of attack later. Not to mention, I need to make a call.
Thank you for calling the Blades in the Dark, where we spill guts for your glory and our profit. This is Joker speaking. How may I help you?
Are you still up for that double dip?
Oh, is this Bayonetta I'm speaking to?
It certainly is, and I've considered doubling that award you asked for. So here's my new contract. You join the forces with the Board of Evil, help us defeat the Ultimate Heroes, and I'll throw in the reward, plus a 200,000 coin bonus.
A very appealing offer you make there. But just know, if at any point the stakes get higher, the price will too.
I understand. So, do we have a deal?
We most certainly do.
Excellent. See you on the battlefield.
Alrighty guys, looks like it's time to go for round 2 against the World of Light's champion.
Finally.
And to top it all off, we get to kill the Ultimate Heroes.
Really? It must be Christmas morning and nobody told me.
Calm yourself, Blackblade.
Calm? Calm? This is gonna be my first killing spree in years! I can't contain my excitement.
Alright, we'd better hope the Ultimate Heroes for Hire have paid their respects.
Hey, where'd Wave go?
So how do you feel, man? Like, this just got a whole lot more interesting.
Alright, Samus, we're all set and ready to go. Wait, why is Ridley roaming free?
He and I had quite a chat. And it was enough to convince me that he really has changed. I'd say he's earned a chance to fight by our side.
Well, damn. If Samus trusts Ridley, then I don't think anyone else can argue with that.
Hey, is that Blue?
Hey, big brother!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's your brother?
Yep, hatched 30 seconds before I did.
She told me about what you did for her. Thanks. And honestly, you earned my respect.
Oh, no problem.
Cap, do the thing. I actually want to hear it this time.
Haha. Very well. I officially welcome Ridley to the Ultimate Heroes for Hire. For short. The F is silent.
Why?
Don't ask why. Just roll with it. Is that so hard?
Whatever. So what did Palutena want to see you guys about?
Oh, nothing special. Not to brag or anything, but I'm the Master Hand's chosen one.
Good thing I switched sides before I end up on the wrong end of your thunder.
Oh, that can still happen, you know, if you're up for the challenge.
I think I'll save that for the next tournament.
What's the matter with me?
What is it, Pichu?
Nothing. I just got that feeling like someone was watching me and feeling guilty about something they did.
Pichu, that's a cliche. And you know we don't do cliches.
Yeah, that's true. Is this what I need to be prepared for?
Yes. What is coming could mean the end.
This vessel, yes, it suits me perfectly. And so begins the next phase